Kane, it's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, good afternoon and welcome back to the Just Your Football Show. I hope you are all doing well on this fine Tuesday the 21st. I've just finished a driving lesson and absolutely aced it. They see me rolling, they're hating. All ready for the test on Saturday. We're going to smash it. We're going to be driving. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I hope you're all doing well. Please do smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in and, of course, hit that notification bell. Hope you're all doing well. Listen... So, Marius Wolf, it was released last night, could be Leeds United's first Premier League signing, or will be Leeds United's first Premier League signing, if indeed we do go up. It's clear if we don't, Marius Wolf has offers across the continent, Spain, Italy, France, but he's waiting for that Premier League move, no doubt. We'll talk about Marius Wolf. But hot off the press, not Tony Kroos to retire from football after the Euros. Connor Roberts will not be staying at Leeds United, okay? It's been confirmed by Burnley that he will return to his parent club. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, if I'm honest. I like Connor Roberts. I do like Connor Roberts, but there was a reason Leeds United or Burnley didn't put in a clause that said view to a permanent, or, you know, if Leeds get promoted, there was no obligation, there was no option. There was neither of these put into it. And I believe because the 49ers felt, well, if we get promoted, are we going to need Connor Roberts? Probably not. Burnley probably thought, if we get relegated, are we going to need Connor Roberts? Probably yes. So it sort of makes sense that they've confirmed that he will be returning back to Burnley. Exactly, Rysel hasn't really done much. Yeah, he came on Leicester, you know, gets a goal and has been great around the place, but hasn't done enough to warrant signing a permanent deal at Leeds United. And we're obviously already looking at potential options for right back, because we're already making inquiries and speaking to potential right backs, a la Marius Wolf from Dortmund. I'll share with you the tweet that came out late last night, where you can see the news. This came from Florian Plettenberg, who I've spoken about on a number of occasions. He's the German Fabrizio Romano, if you like. Let me just show you that. Let me just zoom in. So this was the tweet that came out last night. So Marius Wolf, Leeds United is interested in Wolf and could be a serious option if Leeds United are promoted to the Premier League. Leeds United have inquired about the 28-year-old right-back who leaves Dortmund as a free agent. There is also interest from Spain, Italy and Saudi Arabia. You would imagine if Leeds get promoted, he wants to move to the Premier League. The Premier League is the league. And, you know, the fact that we've been named as such, and it's almost like Wolf's willing to wait for, you know, Sunday. Let's see if Leeds United are Premier League, yeah? And then, you know, if he is, then I'm more than happy to come to Leeds United and be your right back. He's the German Luke Ayling. He's got a look of Bill and everything, hasn't he? So the German Luke Ayling. Connor Roberts might not want to go back, but again, this is where we get into the thing of gassing up players and stuff. Connor Roberts isn't good enough for Leeds in the Premier League. He couldn't get in at Burnley. So I don't see the positives in signing Connor Roberts if he's not getting in now. Has had a number of issues fitness-wise. And if Leeds United's targets are people like Marius Wolf, who is better than Connor Roberts, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Byram, I don't think we'll get a new deal either. I think there'll be a lot of change at the football club. I do think there will be a lot of change at the football club, if I'm being totally honest. I'm going to go on to the Burnley official site just to read their their news on Connor Roberts. I'm assuming it'll be on the latest news. Club confirmed retained list. Let's have a look if it's on here. Yeah, okay. So I'll share with you this, just the news on Connor Roberts, and then we'll go to we'll talk about Marius Wolf in a little bit more depth. Okay, so this is the Burnley official site on their news. As you can see, it says here Connor Roberts, CJ Egan-Riley, Zarori. Did Zarori go to Ipswich? I can't remember. Bastian, anyway, a number of names all returned to the club after loan spells away. So you can see there, just let me move that up slightly, that Connor Roberts will be exiting Leeds United, won't be returning, and will return back to Burnley. Of course, he still may move, but I think the fact that Leeds United aren't trying to push anything through, or at least, there's nothing in the offing, you'd have felt that conversations will have gone down. Maybe they still have, and maybe he'll sign it right back and I'll look stupid. But I just don't see Connor Roberts being our right back, especially if we go to the Premier League. I can't see it. Maybe if we stay in the Championship, we can have a conversation. But, again, we have to factor in that he's not played much. Why has he not played much? Well, fitness issues. He's coming to the tail end of his career. Do Leeds United, when they next purchase a right-back, want it to be someone that they can see having a good few years with us at the football club? I would argue, yeah. Does Connor Roberts give us that? I'm not too sure. And again, there's I'm easily labelled as being too sentimental, etc. and stuff, and I think there is a sense of sentimentality connected to Connor Roberts. Oh, he's Welsh, oh, he's this, oh, he's that. But yeah, I'm not too sure. England news coming out as well, isn't they? As well, Jarrell Kwanzaa, Curtis Jones in, Southgate, Henderson to miss out. Caldwell to come in. Be interesting to see. But yeah, look, just to confirm, Burnley have confirmed Leeds United loanee Connor Roberts will be returning to Turf Moor at the end of his Ellen Road deal. Still expected to be in the matchday squad on Sunday, but no permanent move at this time. So yeah, he will be with us on Sunday, and of course he'll give everything if indeed he is called upon. But it doesn't look like he'll be staying here a long time, and that's okay. That doesn't worry me. Liam Racina emerged as a contender at Brighton. I think Kieran McKenna seems to be the one. I know he's trending on Twitter. He seems to be the one. I swear I seen the other day that Vincent Kompany was linked with Bayern Munich. It's mental. Apparently Man United are now assessing the credentials of Kieran McKenna as well. Mad. All I'll know is Ipswich probably aren't going to start the season with him, and if they don't, then they're going down. Because the squad's nowhere near good enough. You think that Kieran McKenna could potentially pull off a miracle? Then, yeah, nah. Not for me. I just don't think their squad's nowhere near good enough. They will have to spend a hell of a lot of money if they are to stay in the Premier League without Kieran McKenna, because I do think Kieran McKenna could do something. Adam Wharton, by the way, Wharton's going to get an England call-up as well, which I think is exceptional. Eze, Mark Guehi as well. Like Adam Wharton was playing for Blackburn at the start of the season. It just shows you how things can change. I hope he gets in there. It'd be great. So yeah, Dean Henderson apparently in as well. Just look what Glasner's done at Crystal Palace. Just shows you, man. No, I'd never heard of Glasner personally, but there you go. Yeah, madness, isn't it? Madness indeed. Right, let's talk about Marius Wolf then, okay? So it appears that he is attracting interest from Leeds United. It's a smart signing because you're looking at getting him on a free. Because his contract's out. So it's one to keep an eye on. And I think it's one, with Daniel Farke's links to Germany, I think it's a deal that could get done pretty soon. If by Sunday we are confirmed as Premier League. Done. Boom. Glasner. Went to the Europa League final with Frankfurt. There you go. So Leeds United promotion to the Premier League would certainly enhance their appeal to players like Wolf. You're not going to get Wolf if you don't get promoted, right? He plays predominantly as a right back for Dortmund. He has also, played further up in an attacking midfielder, from the right side, played as a wing-back, defensive midfielder as well, but is predominantly as a right-back. Known for his versatility, though. He's got speed, he's got stamina, he's quick, has good endurance, allowing him to cover the right flank effectively throughout the match. Has good attacking runs. It's almost the German Luke Ayling, that's what I'm calling him. He often pushes forward for supporting attacks, making overlapping runs down the wing. His pace allows him to beat opponents and deliver crosses into the box. Again, we need similar to what Firpo's given us down that left-hand side. Could Marius Wolf provide that? I would say, yeah. Great crossing ability. That's something we do lack, apart from Firpo, but even from set pieces, corners. Has Wolf got that? He's got accurate crosses to provide scoring opportunities for his teammates, okay? So his deliveries from wide areas are a key asset. And if you're looking at a new striker to get on the end of him, that would be great. Great attacking, as I said, but he does have defensive discipline as well. Tracks back to help his defence and engages in one-on-one duels. Decent in one-on-one duels. Has a great work ethic. That's commendable because he contributes both offensively and defensively whilst he had his time at Dortmund. Now, in terms of how many minutes he's played and stuff, again, stats have been, I wouldn't say at a premium, but obviously hasn't played as much. And let's not forget, Dortmund are in the Champions League final. But yeah, it hasn't been as prominent as what it normally has been, but he has been at Dortmund since 2021. He's made 121 appearances, played in various positions, as I said, right back, attacking midfield. He's bid his farewell now. I believe he was a Dortmund fan. And overcame many hurdles to be a vital squad player for them. When you actually look at the responses to the tweet from Florian Plettenberg, there is a lot of love for Marius Wolf, one of their own, if you like. But versatile speed, work ethic have made an important asset during his time at Dortmund. And he'll be part of that Champions League squad. He's played for a number of clubs as well. Like, I think he spent time on loan and stuff when trying to break through, obviously, at Dortmund. He began his career at Einberg, then went on to TSV Montreden. I believe he's been FC Nuremberg, 1860 Munich from 2012 to 2014. So he's played for a number of clubs in Germany as well, and you would imagine that Farke is well aware of what Marius Wolf can bring to Leeds United. If we look at some of his stats from this season, so spare me one moment, and I'll share this with you so you can see. So just one moment. Let me see if that's viewable for you. Maybe if I zoom in a bit, I love FBref. It's great. Okay, so you can see here, so the Bundesliga this season, he's played 22 times overall and started 12 games, okay? Not great numbers in terms of G&A, apart from, but then again, he's not their number one right back. This is something that we have to be mindful of. Obviously, Dortmund have kept him around for a long time and then sent him out on loan to Hertha, to FC Cologne, then back to Dortmund, but he's still played a big part. Now, you're not going to have a look at him and say, oh, well, he's barely played for Dortmund, who are chasing for league titles in the Bundesliga, are playing in Europe on a regular basis. You're not looking at taking their number one right back, are you? Do you know what I mean? But it's clear. I just want to see if Marius has got any. I'm just going to see if he's got any German caps. Just one moment. Let's have a look. If he's made any appearance at international level. So he's made 5 appearances in 2023. Okay, so 2023 he got his first call-up. He received his first international call-up for the friendlies against Peru and Belgium. So in recent times, his form has seen him get into the German national team, as I say, which is decent. Having moved, obviously, to Dortmund, he spent time, as I've mentioned, at Hertha, Cologne, who our Bundesliga clubs as well, of course. I think while he was in Cologne in 2021, he featured 31 times and started 29 of their games, at Hertha, 15 games. So, you're not expecting to take a German, let's call him a German international, but a player that's been called up to the German national side. And, he's not Dortmund's number one right back, so I'm not expecting us to be able to bring that in. But obviously, if Leeds United get promoted on Sunday, do I think it's a good signing on the face of it? 100%. His playing style fits into what Leeds United would need and what we're looking for. You want Junior Firpo, but on the right-hand side, right? Bill Ayling was that, I think, personally. Maybe it was wrong of us and remiss of us to let go of Luke, but defensively he'd gone to pot. But going forward, he still went to Borough and did his thing. Since the turn of the year, the two fullbacks with the most open play assists were Luke Ayling and Junior Firpo. Could you have maybe kept hold of Luke and had that on that side? He just wasn't getting in at the time, and it's easy with hindsight, etc. But I did like what my good man Ryan said earlier, the Brout House Bill. I think it's an exceptional name, and that will be a name that I will call him. If Leeds United get promoted on Sunday and we sign Marius Wolf, which looks like it could happen quite easily. He's free, he's out of contract. German links with Farker, Buff, you make that happen. Bratwurst Bill is a thing. Do you know what I mean? That's the name that we will call him. I'm not too sure on Leicester transfers. Locks will tell you in the chat, no doubt. But yeah, I'm actually happy, and also what it also shows us, that the club are being active. They will have short, mid, long-term targets. Also, depending on what division we're in, there might be another right back that Leeds United are looking at if they don't get promoted. And I'm sure it'll happen pretty quickly, to be honest, because they'll want to give Daniel Farker the best possible start, because he didn't get that last time. This summer, if we're in the Championship, will be much easier, and therefore I still back us to go up next year if we don't go up. But I think, I can't say I think we will. I don't know that, do I? I still don't know. There'll be plenty of previews about that. I've got a preview tonight at 6 with a few Leeds United content creators. I've got a Southampton fan coming on tomorrow night. I'm going to try speak to Benjamin Bloom as well. I spoke to Ryan Dilks from the second tier yesterday, which was out. Counterpoint was on Monday as well with Connor. So plenty of content to get your teeth into. There'll be many more chats as well. Might even get Locks back on at some point. Just to give us his opinion on the playoff final, because I know you like me and Locks when we're together. I can't stand the lad, but he's all right, I guess. But yeah, Connor Roberts, I want to know, I'm going to put a poll in the chat now, yeah. I'm going to ask you, yeah, should we keep Roberts? Because I'm really interested to see what your response is. Mine's no. Yeah. Mine is no. I don't think we should. I've just got a text from Bloom saying, course he is free at some point. Great stuff. So, Ben will be free at some point, so we'll get Ben Bloom on at some point. 50, I'm really surprised why people want to keep him. Honestly... Yeah, it has changed, Mr. Dodo. It did used to. I don't think we should keep him. I like him, but what are we keeping him for? What are we keeping Connor Roberts for? Can someone explain to me? All right, so the bulk of the chat, 55% thinks we should keep Roberts. Someone tell me why. Mr. Dodo, 3 months, let's go. Big up to you, my man. It's about time as well. It should be 27 months, if I'm honest. Keep only if we stay down. But what, though? What is he going to start? He's not. He's not going to start. Backup. Do you think Connor Roberts wants to be a backup? I don't. Nah. Yes, Benny, I believe this as well. You know, this is a conversation that needs to be had. Josh Sargent, Ben Brayton Diaz, easy pickups. Brayton Diaz has done it in arguably one of the worst Premier League sides in history in Sheffield United. That's a fallacy though, isn't it? That's a fallacy. He's not played. Maybe. That's a good point by Locks. But we got Archie Gray. Yeah, true. But then who are you dropping? Kamara and Gruyev. Squad depth experience. He does have qualities. His last season, whereas Byron will potentially break it down. But if we can get better, we should. But right now, if to say go, keep. See, this might sound wild, but I genuinely would rather keep Byron. Because I know I'm not an accountant, but in terms of what he's going to cost you, I would just keep Byram if you're just looking for a backup. I think you need a first team right back, regardless of what division we're in. And Leeds have to think short, mid, long. And for me, the next right back we buy, because we haven't bought fullbacks for a long time, needs to be the right back for the next few seasons. I don't see Connor Roberts being that. Norton Cuffy is top, says Tanzel. I know Andrea's a big fan of Norton Cuffy. If we stay in the Championship, I would rather us buy young and someone who's going to go. If we're going to the Premier League, you're looking for a Marius Wolf who's got experience at the top level, who can give a little bit of experience to the back line, to the squad overall. But if you're in the Championship, I would maybe advocate looking at a younger option, someone on the come up. But in the Premier League, buff. Yeah, he was in the team of the season in the Championship with Burnley, but when they went to the Premier League, what did they do, David? They binned him off. And Leeds have to look short, mid, long, and think, right, okay, yeah, they can loan someone like Roberts, but are you going to sign someone like Roberts? I wouldn't advocate doing so. Kyle Walker-Peters, if we go up, I think he'll go further up the league, but yeah. Yeah, it's not, mate. It's the camera. Sometimes it does this. It's really, really strange, my man. Like, look, I don't know. It's not, man, honestly. It's just... But anyway. All depends on what league we're in. Roberts is great at champ level. However, I think he should be could be a liability in the Premier. He's quite full-blooded with challenges, yeah. Yeah, we've got to see what division we're in. But I think the fact that the club have sent him back tells us all we need to know, but we'll have to wait and see. I like him, by the way. I do like Connor Roberts. Please, don't get it twisted. I like him, and I think he's probably great for squad and morale and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Marcus Rashford not in the England squad. Right decision. Anthony Gordon gets the nod. Right decision. Tyson Fury has now confirmed that he will take the Usyk rematch next. Good. October in Saudi Arabia. Good times. Tyson will win that second fight. Chances of signing Kamaru? No, thank you. David says you just need to beat Southampton. That's all that matters. Yeah, Evie, exactly. He does do card tricks, Joe. Exactly. I love that. Hope you're well anyway, Evie. Yeah, listen, I just wanted to briefly touch on Marius Wolf because I did my video for this morning last night and then that news came out and I thought, you know what, we'll save it. We'll do it for a little lunchtime chat. In terms of other news, what's out there? Well, Jack Harrison, Everton want to take him on loan again. They want to take him on loan again. If Leeds United get promoted, I don't think we'll allow that. We'll look to sell him on permanently. So we'll have to wait and see who comes in for Jack Harrison. If we're in the Championship, we'll advocate the loan because it gets him off the books. So Everton will be wanting Leeds to stay down. But yeah, apparently they can't afford to pay. Rysel says sell to Palace. Palace will not want Jack Harrison. I don't think anyway, not when you've got the likes of Elise Eze and Cole Wharton, they're looking at better than him. Paul says no to we won't loan him to Everton if we get promoted. We won't. We'll see. You've got to buy him. That's how I see it happening. They don't have any money. So, yeah, I can't. Would you say James wouldn't start in the Prem? Yeah, I wouldn't start James in the Prem. I'm hoping that we keep our squad. My only problem is I think Summerville could go either way now, which I'm a little bit worried about, just because of what Fabrizio Romano said yesterday about Chelsea and Liverpool. Seriously, do you know what? If he is going to go, it's a good thing Chelsea are involved, because they'll fucking hike the price up like you would not believe. Yeah, bench. I would keep him on the bench, yeah. The majority of this squad stays for bench, right? You're looking at starting... If I go through it, DGB, Mellier's going to get a shot at it, even though I think we should get a replacement. You need a new right-back. Your centre-backs of Rodon and Strout get another shot at it. Your left-back, I would argue you're bringing a younger option. I'm now okay with Firpo starting. I think defensively he's improved. He's not rashing challenges anymore, and he's great going forward, so he deserves an opportunity. Your midfield's locked off. You might bring in a number 10, someone like a Gus Hamer, perhaps. Matt O'Reilly, but obviously Matt O'Reilly, they want 50 million, but someone of that ilk. But in midfield, you've got Ampadu, you're going to start him, you've got Gray, you've got Gruyev, you've got Kamara, and maybe one other. Behind the striker, I'm happy with Summerville, but he may go. You get a 10. What that means for Rutter, he can play anywhere, but you get a 10, and we need that cover even if Rutter's going to be your main guy. Your right winger Nonto stays if we go up. James stays. He's not going anywhere. The big ones for me are right back and striker and a 10, and then bolster out the squad, however that may look. I would argue Leeds United need to use the loan market as well and get some loans from top-end Premier League teams. If Leeds United get promoted, I think we'll put in a loan for Calvin. I know I can hear you all now, but why not? I would bring Calvin back in a heartbeat, especially if it's on loan, if it works financially for the football club. Yeah, 100%. So, yeah. But it won't surprise me as well is like the 49ers, all the news is that they'll go big, go hard or go home. We might see big turnover of the squad. We might even see some of these players that I mentioned saying, yeah, nah, you're okay. Does Pirro make it in the Prem, folks? And I know there's a lot of recency bias because of his amazing performance, but let's not forget all the performances that came before. Jay says, Joe, you're being silly by saying Summerville is going. He said he's happy at Leeds and wants to stay. Fake news. I think Sinistera said he was happy as well, bro. I think Sinistera said he was happy as well, did he not? I don't think it's fake news at all. It's definitely not. You can think it is, and you can have that opinion, Jay, but yeah. This is what was said by Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea are one of the names being linked with Leeds United talented young winger Summerville. The race is open, but nothing is close or imminent right now. There are really many clubs tracking him. I already reported about Liverpool last month, and for sure, Summerville is expected to get a top club chance in the summer. But again, nothing is close now. So he will get that chance. So to say that it's fake news, nah. And I agree with what Top Yank says. One thing I've always said, Summerville stays if we go up. But when Chelsea, when Liverpool are serious about coming for a player, the amount of money they can offer, sometimes you can't. And also, and I know people won't want to hear it, but what if we go Prem and Summerville doesn't do as well in the Prem? Is Summerville's stock going to be any higher than it is right now? I love Summerville. I think he's class. He's very young and will only get better. But if, like Mr. Dodo says, you are looking at 40, 50, 45, it's crazy. It's crazy. After one season in the Champ, yeah, he did it in the Prem, but can he do it on a regular basis in the Prem? And if he doesn't, then what you're looking for then? You're going to get less. So if Chelsea come and say to the 49ers 45, 50 million, they'll sell. He only cost us 1.5 million, as Andrew said. What does that do for your balance sheet? And I'm sorry, I know we're football fans, but It massively helps that balance sheet. And also means, boof, you go and replace him. Now, of course, you're not going to get a player as good as Summerville, but sometimes you have to accept your fate. And I just think when clubs like that, and if they are serious, and 49ers are saying it, Romano's saying it, that they are serious, and Chelsea and Liverpool come a knocking. Look at the battle they had with Moises Caicedo, and look what they ended up paying. I'm not saying we're getting anywhere near it, but what I'm saying is we're gonna be able to get a little bidding war going. It doesn't matter anyway, though, Jay, does it? Because it's fake news, bro. So why are you even bothered? I wouldn't be even bothered. Jack Clark, yeah. Brentford linked to Jack Clark. Maybe Jack Clark could be an option. I really, really like Amari Hutchinson. I know he plays on the right, but will he go to Ipswich, though? This is the thing now, right? If Ipswich lose Kieran McKenna, is Amari Hutchinson's going to go back there? I'm not too sure. You say that, Joe, but we did get Rafinha. Yeah, that's a great point as well, Ray. David Gray, not Ray. So, yeah. Look, the one thing is, whatever happens with some of it, obviously, please hear me out. I want him to stay 100%. And he always felt he would. But just when Romano's talking about Chelsea and, yeah. I don't know, Jay, because I'm not a sporting director, pal. But that doesn't mean... Just because there's not a replacement that I know or you know doesn't mean that the 49ers might not sell a player, because guess what? They will know. Jordan Miles will know. Greta Steinson will know. Nick Hammond will know who their next signings are. Yeah, right decision, because Sterling's gash. Right decision. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with Summerville. But like I said, the noise is coming out that big clubs are coming. Yeah, man, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you were hating because you said I was spreading fake news. I'd rather lose Creed than Archie if it comes to balancing the books. I don't want Creed to go there. Yeah, exactly. This is the point, Evie. And look, we won't even need to balance the books if we get promoted. So we might not need to sell them. We've already seen with the 49ers, if they don't want to sell, they won't. They won't. But they're also businessmen. And if you get offered 45, 50 million for a player who's had one season in the Championship that you paid 1.5 million for, you've got to at least come to the table and have a conversation about it. Because you could look at it and say, and I think it's a fair judgment call, will he have the same season in the Premier League? And if he doesn't, and clubs still want him, can we command such a high fee that we can now command? I would argue no. So these are all things that have to be taken into consideration. Look, Darren Bent's been talking on TalkSport, and they were saying, if Leeds got promoted, who would you look at? Ben Brereton Diaz, he mentioned, and Leeds have been linked many, many times, and it's not a bad shout, I don't think it's a bad shout. Josh Sargent continues to be linked. Again, I don't think it's a bad shout. I'm on board with it. I do quite like Josh Sargent. I do quite like him over recent times, and I think it would work. Should we keep Roberts? 58% here said yeah. Really surprised at that, but he's not. He's not staying anyway. Well, listen, we might try if we stay down. Might make a move for him and that, but he hasn't been getting game time as it stands. Could that be down to fitness issues and that? And will he have a full pre-season and will he be better, etc.? But yeah. Any announcements? Are remaining tickets? I don't think. No. Is there any remaining tickets? How many people have got it? This is true. Android. Listen, I called him Jan Paveda 2.0. No one knew about Summerville. Fair play to Victor Orta for that one. Feyenoord had a stinker letting him go for 1.5 million, by the way. Stinker. Yes, Mike. Archie, I'm not even concerned too much about Archie if we stay down. Because I just don't see it. I don't see it even if we stay down. Just because he's Leeds through and through and his brothers come. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. we'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see. Joe's ginger bias with Sargent. Yeah. Something like that. No, listen, I've said before, I've been scathing about the guy, and I think a lot of it was due to the fact that he was American, and all the Americans were telling me he was amazing. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Team Talk now reporting Leeds should try for double raid on Tottenham as Romano confirms Star will leave on a free. Who is this? If that is Sessignon. Is that loan price to make road on deal permanent? 10 to 12 million. Rodon is the only should look bring him. Oh, Ryan Sessignon's a free agent. I don't even know what his game time's been like. Has he been playing? Has he been injured all the time? Ryan Sessignon burst onto the scene at Fulham, if you remember, when they got promoted and then went straight to Spurs. But yeah, listen, we're 2 likes away from 100 likes. Please do smash a like on the video. Ben Davis, maybe a good shout at left back. Joshua, good shout at all. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Smash a like on the video for me though. That's just your lunchtime update. I'm going to be live, I think, at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock with myself, Luke, Paul, Lockie, I think. Just getting a few of the gang together just to chat Leeds United, isn't it? Chat Leeds United. Tosin Adarabioyo would be amazing, but I think he's on his way to Manchester United, mate. A lot with Jared Branthwaite. Yeah, they're building them, unfortunately. They're going to be good next season. I think new manager and Ineos have got them doing bits. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, watch all that content. You have got Counterpoint with me and Connor. You've got my chat with Leeds hating second tier, Ryan Dilks. You've got a video from this morning talking on Summerville, Matt O'Reilly, Josh Sargent, and many, many more. We've just chatted Marius Wolf and Connor Roberts. Today will be, tonight we'll just be speaking Leeds United and the promotion push. Watch this space. Thanks as always for watching. Enjoy the rest of the day. Love you.